Resident Evil Zero contains events that took place right before Resident Evil. So let's go through this adventure together with Rebecca Chambers in the leading role. Raccoon City, Rockford Island, Sheena Island, which could have become a second Raccoon City. Horrible events took place there, but Umbrella hasn't been exposed yet, and it's only assumed that they were involved. To uncover the truth and answer 3 questions. When was Umbrella established? By whom? And how was the T-Virus created? We are offered to go through events leading up to the mentioned incident. A regular passenger train is heading to its destination. A strange and rather creepy figure stands on a hill. One of the passengers notices leeches, and an infection begins. 2 hours later, a helicopter with the Bravo team of the STARS Special Unit, Special Tactics and Rescue Service, including Rebecca Chambers, heads to investigate bizarre murders that occurred in the Arklay Mountains on the outskirts of Raccoon City, just like in the first game. The engine fails, and the team is forced to make an emergency landing. They find an overturned military police SUV with the bodies of 2 officers with strange marks on their bodies. The vehicle was transporting a criminal, Billy Coen, a former soldier guilty of murders, to his execution. The team then decides to split up to expand the search area. Rebecca finds a train, but inside it's not what she expected. After escaping zombies, she meets Billy, who notices that Rebecca is kind and leaves her.
Wait! You're under arrest!
No thanks, Dollface. I've already worn handcuffs.
I could shoot, you know.
Suddenly, wounded Edward appears, telling her the forest is full of zombies and monsters. Here's one example. Rebecca contacts Enrico via radio, who says Billy killed 23 people, so they should kill him on sight. She encounters Billy again, but he offers to work together, as it would make it easier to escape. However, Rebecca is reluctant and insists she can manage on her own, so Billy makes another suggestion.
Why don't you go and try while I wait here?
Rebecca continues exploring and runs into a zombie that can break apart into leeches and reassemble itself before attacking her, but Billy saves her. Then he shows off his skills, and the leeches retreat. It turns out they are being controlled by this person. Suddenly, the train starts moving. Billy suggests Rebecca check the first engine car and convinces her to work together. By the way, the game introduces a new mechanic called Partner Zapit, which allows switching control between characters during the game, that allows to solve specific puzzles, and the rest of the gameplay remains unchanged. We are showing that the train is filled with leeches. It turns out the train is controlled by Delta Team, and they report this to Wesker, who is sitting next to William Birkin. At this point, they don't know how the T-Virus leaked and contaminated both the mansion lab and the train, which is almost 3 miles away. But Wesker is no longer concerned and orders Birkin to destroy the train, which is just 10 minutes from the nearest branch. The leeches begin to act. Our heroes realize the train will either crash or derail, so they decide to stop it. Judging by the cutscene, they manage to do it, but not smoothly. They end up in the Umbrella Research Center, where Rebecca recognizes a zombie from a photo that attacked her.
The first general manager, Dr. James Marcus.
Wesker and Birkin are watching all this. Then, the unknown man who says he scattered the T-Virus in the mansion and contaminated the train contacts them. The reason? Revenge on Umbrella for killing Dr. Marcus 10 years ago. From the assistant director's diary, we learn that Wesker and Birkin are the truly worthy trainees, competing to see who is better. So Director Marcus ordered to encourage a rivalry between those two. From Marcus's first diary, we'll learn that he created the progenitor virus. He is acquainted with Spencer, who is planning to establish his company, and asks Marcus to become the director of his new training facility. Marcus agrees, since he needs a special facility to properly explore all these virus's secrets. He mixed leech DNA with the progenitor virus and created a new type of virus, the T-virus. At first, Spencer said the progenitor virus is a waste of money, but when Marcus secretly developed the T-virus, someone began to show interest in it and spy on him. Marcus suspects Spencer and is trying to figure out how to deal with it. While Rebecca and Billy explore the training facility, We find out that this young man might be Dr. Marcus, and Wesker and Birkin work for Spencer.
If the old conspiracy against Dr. Marcus is revealed, Mr. Spencer's career will be over. Not to mention ours, too.
Wesker plans to use the T-virus and the STARS team for what will happen in Resident Evil. Birkin plans to do what will take place in Resident Evil 2. You can find my 2 other videos on this in the description. Meanwhile, Rebecca covers for Billy, lying to Enrico, and Billy tells her about his past. Their unit was ordered to Africa to intervene in the civil war. Their mission was to raid a hideout of guerrilla forces located deep in the jungles. But hideout was far away from their entry point. Only 4 of them survived, and there was no guerrilla hideout.
The idiots in charge had us operating based on wrong information. But we couldn't just go back home empty-handed, oh no. Our leader ordered us to attack an innocent village.
Rebecca asked if Billy really killed those innocent people, but he didn't give a direct answer. Nevertheless, Rebecca believes Billy is good, and that's true. After running around the training facility for a long time, they end up in the basement lab. From the investigator's diary, we learn that Dr. Marcus disappeared 20 years ago. The results of his research have been kept under wraps the entire time. There is evidence he conducted experiments underground, using company workers as guinea pigs, at least 20 people. No one knows where Dr. Marcus is now, but the research continues, judging by the rapid growth of Umbrella Corporation. Billy finds a photo of Dr. Marcus from his graduation in 1939 and concludes it could be the Marcus's son or grandson. Rebecca also finds the leech growth report, where Marcus describes leech behavior and even fed them workers, and the biological organic weapon report, which reveals experiments on other animals to use them as BOWs, though unsuccessfully. Billy finds a cable car, but just as they are about to leave, a monkey attacks and knocks Billy down. Rebecca heads off alone and ends up in the factory. There she meets Enrico, who says they can reach the mansion from there, but Rebecca wants to find Billy, so they split up.
I never saw him again.
Rebecca later encounters Proto-Tyrant and kicks its butt. Who released it? In the treatment plant, Rebecca finds Billy. Then she finds him near test subjects from Marcus's research, or rather what's left of them. Rebecca and Billy try to escape and come across Dr. Marcus, who explains that Spencer killed him with the help of those people 10 years ago. They got rid of his body, but something wondrous happened.
It took the T-virus inside of my queen years to procreate my new life. I live.
He transforms into Queen Leech's first form. Rebecca and Billy kick its butt and move on. But as with other final bosses, that's not enough. So we have Queen Leech's final form and an activated self-destruct system. Rebecca notices it cannot handle sunlight. They open the windows, Billy shoots the leech, it falls down, everything explodes. I wonder if anyone heard that explosion. And our heroes emerge into a fresh air. Rebecca sees the mansion, and they say goodbye as she lets Billy go. Billy then tells everyone watching to like the video. Poor Rebecca, she still has to survive the events of Resident Evil 1 after this. By the way, there is a Wesker mod in the 2016 version of the game where you can give Bill Wesker's appearance. Well, now we know a bit more. See you in the next video.